All right. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Millie Chine, and I am here with Tina. And Tina has gone completely viral for her video about. Tina has gone completely viral about her video about Freaknik 94 in the Hulu documentary. And I personally was not even tripping until I saw her video. So thank you, Tina, for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yes, girl, it was like I said, I really wasn't even tripping. I was like, oh, this will be cool. It might be, we'll see. Not even thinking I would see myself or somebody I knew. And then when I saw your video, I was like, ugh, just like you did at the end. I was like, when you did that, I was like, yeah.
Yes, yes, girl. Yes, I'm gonna take my glasses on and off because they be about my lashes. But anyway, but yes, and I was exactly the same way when I saw the initial video where it was saying that Hulu was about to put out this documentary, right?
Yeah.
I was the same way. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be, a good documentary because I love a good documentary.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm a documentary person. I love a good documentary. So I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be da 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 da. And I was sitting there. I sat there for a minute, and I was like, wait a minute, 94. I was like 94. Wait a minute. Okay, let me see. I was there 93. I think it was 93. I was there in 94, and I think I went to, and I literally was like doing it like that. And then it went to, okay, I was definitely there in 94. I was there in 94. Now, what was I doing? What did I do in 94? Was that 93 or was that 94? So literally, I was like going back and forth trying to figure it out and trying to remember the stuff that I did. And I tickled myself. I started laughing at myself. And I was like, oh, I said, I'm about to make a little video. I'm about to share this with my people because I need to let
Girl, let me tell you, when I saw your video, I said, oh, and I made a video, right? I remixed it on Instagram. I made a video, and I was saying, because I said something about I had pin curls and waves like salt and pepper. And I said 93, that was me.
Yeah.
But girl, then I looked at my picture. Girl, somebody had sent me a photo of myself, and I was nervous. And I was like, I have on the 94 Freaknik shirt. I was there and I was like, I do not want to be screaming in no camera under the influence.
Listen, it was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
And it was lit. It was lit in
It was
Atlanta.
so lit.
That's
it was
all
so
I'm
lit.
saying. That's all I'm saying. So I
remember being in Piedmont and something happened and we started running, and then once we saw it was all together, and then we came back. But I was like on Campbellton Road. I was in Cascade. Like it was everywhere.
Everywhere. The party was not just in Buckhead. It was not just downtown. It was everywhere. We had so many clubs that was lit. Like in one of my videos, I talked about 112, right?
Yeah.
I talked about how 112 was open until, I can't remember if it was 6 or 7, but I know it was one of those because literally, I'm telling you, you will walk into 112, party all night. When you walked out of 112, if you shut it down, when you walked out of 112, it was you were walking out like this.
Right. I have walked out of 112 and got in the car and rode back to A&M because I had to go to class. Like we would party all the way up to the 3 hours it took to get back to A&M and drop me off of my class. Like it was the 90s.
Yes. I'm telling you, it was lit. It was lit in the 90s in Atlanta.
Oh, it was. And you know what? And you would like, as far as we go, like we feeling how we feeling or whatever. The thing is, it's other people. Like you gotta, like you said earlier, like it's grandparents.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Yes,
it's everybody out here.
It's everybody at Freak. Here's the deal, and it's so many different. And this is the thing that is, if they do this documentary right, it's going to be so many. And I'm not the expert, obviously, but there are so many different just aspects that they could come from, because Yes, it was Freaknik and it was the college students, but everybody out there wasn't college age.
Nope.
Everybody out there was not in their early
19,
20s.
18, 19 years
Yeah,
old.
or in their middle 20s. There were some 30-year-olds out there. There were some 40-year-olds that didn't need to be out there too. And but that's a whole nother story. But there were some older people out there. So yes, you may see Paw and Granny and
You
or
might.
Nanny, or
You might.
Gigi. You may see your grandmama or your granddaddy out there too, while everybody talking about their aunts and uncles and mamas and
Yeah.
daddies.
I mean,
You
because
know,
don't get me wrong. A lot of people are talking about, um, like everything that happened, the
Mhm.
bad things that happen. And we know some bad things happen.
Yes,
We know that.
absolutely.
Like we know, and like you did your video, you covered that lady up. That
Mhm.
could have been you. She looked like it could. It looked like
Girl, listen, I
that.
have been, people are still saying, that's you. People are still saying, and I'm just like, I'm not even, I'm just like, you know what? People gonna believe what they want to believe. And
Yeah,
then there are people who are like, that does not look like you. Y'all nose is different, your
yeah,
mouth is
yeah.
different,
It
your
it
lips
did
are
look like
bigger
you.
than hers. And I'm like, your eyes are a different color. I'm like, that's what I don't understand. But people gonna believe what they want. Now, people who obviously know me, my family, people who grew up with me, my friends, they're like all on the internet. That's not her. That's not her. That's not.
Right.
So, but yeah.
I just know that I was like, what is like Jermaine Dupri don't have no music he needs to make. You just sitting up in like, let me just get with Hulu. Let's make a. But honestly, for real, I'm excited to see it.
I am
I'm
too.
really excited
I
to see
am
it.
too. Even I am too, because it's gonna be interesting. It really is. And like even I talked about this a little bit on 1079. Like we talked and we just mentioned it, like the darker side, right?
Hmm.
It happened. There were assaults, there were rapes, there were men groping women and just very inappropriate things that were happening. That's absolutely true. But what came from that too, and I'm not saying that this started the conversation, I'm definitely
Hmm.
not saying that because I wouldn't know, but I do know, I do remember that there were conversations that were going on about consent. You know what I'm saying? So there were conversations that started where men were saying, where if you dress like this, you
Right.
have to expect that this would happen or that would
Right.
happen, and women were explaining to him, no, I don't.
Right. That was the IOTAS video.
Okay, all
It was
right.
the guys that were in the IOTAS, and they were
Mhm.
saying how you come out here naked or whatever. It's a possibility that this could happen to you. And then there was another guy also with a girl saying, they're just out here having fun like everybody else. And
Mhm.
you got to think about it. Like if you are dressed a certain kind of way and your friends are dressing a different kind of way, like you want to dress up for the situation. So
Yeah.
where you may wear jeans and t-shirts all the time, with Freaknik, we wearing dukes and tank tops.
Right. Right.
So that's just what that's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just remember us in the car on our way to Atlanta, getting our room and just getting with it. I mean, because
Mhm.
it was a non-stop excellent. Like I can't even. I mean, it was the best time ever, and I
It
wouldn't.
was.
And I mean, honestly, I think I do want to see the documentary, but
Mhm.
I think they need to leave that alone. That was a moment in time, and you can't get that moment in time back because the kids today
Mhm.
would not have the time that we had then. They wouldn't.
I don't now. I don't think so. I think it would be different.
Hmm.
But they asked me that too. They asked me, do I think they should run it back? And I do. I do. And the reason being is because I think that definitely they can learn from our mistakes with Freaknik and why it was shut down in the first place, which was, all of the stuff that we talked about
Right.
earlier. Um, and of course the crime and stuff like that. Because girl, I remember Greenbrier, they broke into Greenbrier. You remember that when they
I
broke into
remember that they
Greenbrier?
broke into the mall. I remember that.
Girl,
Oh,
that
I remember
it was
that.
crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, so with all that stuff happening, that was the demise of it and it shut it down. But so they can learn from those mistakes. And I think that the reason why I say run it back is because I think it would be great for them to have that experience. Even if it's not it doesn't have to be the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the way that this younger generation is and just how intelligent they are, I know people focus on a lot of other things, a lot of other negative things. But I mean, this is a generation of entrepreneurs. They done figured out how to start their own businesses,
Right.
you know, be responsible for their own lives and to a degree, and all of all of the other things. So I just think that with their with the way that they are, I think that they would be able to make it a nice festival. I
Yeah.
think because of the conversations that have already been had about consent, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate in regards to being respectful of women's bodies and just being, of each other.
Yep.
Even with being able to know, okay, this is how we're gonna do security because they didn't have none, but we're gonna have some, and this is
Oh,
how what I'm saying.
yeah.
So
We
just
definitely had no
learn.
security. None.
No,
No.
no.
And it was
So
just, I mean, just the just the just the things that I saw were
mhm.
mind blowing. It was mind blowing. Just what people were just really trying to do. But what
Mhm.
really got me was when I talked about those 5 women in Atlanta who are suing Hulu.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
what were y'all doing?
yeah, yeah. And that was that was kind of conversation that was going on in my comments too, because in the earlier part, before we heard about anybody suing, people were saying, well, can people sue? Can people sue? And I initially thought that people wouldn't be able to sue because it was public, it was
Yeah.
out there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was on private property. It wasn't like
Right.
it was behind closed doors, or it was something that was between two people that was supposed to be private. These are things that happen out in the public. So I didn't think that they would be able to sue.
Yeah.
So I really don't know, but I mean, one of them is a judge, so obviously they can.
And a politician.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, what was you doing that you feel like you won't be a judge anymore, or you can't run for your office?
You know what? I don't.
That is crazy.
It is crazy. I don't. They may just. I'm not gonna. I don't know, but maybe they just don't want to be seen in it at all. Maybe they don't want to take the chance on not even being present. I don't know why, but you just I don't know. You just never know. I'm not gonna put on them that they had to have been doing something so horrible
Yeah.
because that's what people have been doing. That's what people been doing to me. They're like, girl, what was you doing that you need a fence? I mean, you need a privacy fence. You must have been, but no, you must
I
have been
mean,
doing
I
this.
mean, I mean, when you said it, here's the thing: if you weren't there, you didn't. People did not understand your language about it, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because I would never question you about when you say, "God, please be a big privacy fence." Because when you said that, I screamed because I knew exactly what you meant, and if you weren't there. That is the question everybody has. Well, what was you doing? I
Yeah,
mean, I know what I was doing, and I know what I was not doing.
yeah.
So, like I said,
That's the
like you
thing.
said, I'm fully clothed, but I might be in front of a camera
That's it. So that's
screaming.
me, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, we did what we was doing, we pre-gamed and we did
Yep,
what we did, to get us
yep.
right and stuff like that. So it's like, do you remember every second of what you were doing while you were there? You may not, you know what
Nope,
I'm saying?
nope.
Not that doesn't mean that I was off somewhere doing something.
Crazy.
It just means that I don't know if I might have been caught on a camera somewhere, you know, just having a
I could
good
have
time.
been. Look, I could have been twerking, and it was a camera back there. I don't know.
And don't know. That's
I
my
don't
point.
know.
That's my point. I don't know because now, a lot of times I was driving, but it was gridlock most of the time. So when it was gridlock, what did you
Yeah.
do? You even as a driver, you got out the car. You
You get
got out
out of
the
the car,
car,
you lock your door, and you get out of the car, you walk up Peachtree.
and that's it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it. That's
So
exactly
if
what you do.
yeah. So while you doing that, you got listen, we got Luke as our soundtrack.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm
God.
saying? We got, you
We got,
sitting up there, you hearing round and round we go,
yeah,
round and round we go, or you
yeah, that
hearing
was
you
my
know, check what
song,
your mama
girl.
gave ya, check what your mama gave ya, or and if you hearing Lucas, I want to rock, I want to rock, I want to rock. Now
That's what I,
if
yes.
you hear any of that, it's like when they hear it the 99 for the 99 and the 2000, everybody is running, everybody
Girl,
is
as
running.
soon as I hear I want to rock, I'm immediately in this stance right here. I'm ready for it. So it's crazy because you just I mean, that was a great moment in time, and I would. And the only way I could do it again is if I had that group of people that I was with to do it with, because it would never be right. But we didn't have the cameras and we didn't have social media. We didn't have all that, so it wasn't. Our parents didn't know what was going on. And oh my goodness,
I wouldn't do it again. I'm too old.
I would like to go back into that environment. Like with the people I was with. Like I feel like, yeah, we'll be a little bit slower. We might be out to dinner talking about it or something like that. But
girl, no, I'm gonna leave it. Excuse me.
But it was just a really good time. It was a really good moment in time, and I'm just really excited to see how they will do it because, like, you've seen all these posts now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen different videos. Like you said, you can go on YouTube and see Freaknik videos.
Yeah. Like I saw a post. I think it was last night or the night before, and this I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody on TikTok, and they were actually watching a Freaknik documentary on YouTube. And they were talking about, how good it was. So that's what I'm saying. These videos, they've been out there,
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them or whatever they're going to put in a documentary,
Yeah.
like they're just going to grab them from YouTube. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is there have been videos, excuse me, of Freaknik different years on YouTube this whole entire time.
But see, the thing is, what the problem is, it's not so much of what you can't see on YouTube. It's the videos you don't see on YouTube. It's the videos, it's the VHS tapes that somebody can go and turn into something else.
Yeah.
It's because when I tell you, I made a joke about it, but it's the truth. Radio Shack and Circuit City, that they were out of business because everybody had that big video camcorder that fit on your shoulders. And I mean, you saw that everywhere. So it's tapes out there, and it's not that we're nervous because, like I said, we knew what we were doing and what we weren't doing, but it's just the fact that somebody could have caught you. Oh goodness.
Yes, girl, yes. And girl, how about it was somebody in my comments the other day saying that they were trying to I can't remember the verbiage that they said, but basically whoever it was, their father or their uncle or somebody had VHS tapes of Freaknik. They still had, and they were trying to convert them into, and I'm like, why? Why are y'all trying to convert those tapes?
Yeah,
for them to be able to watch them again. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I think that plays in a lot of people's favor that it was on a VHS tape, and some things are too old to get done. But girl, that was like 30 years ago.
Yes. So that's the thing too. It's like, and then people were saying what's done in the dark is gonna come in the light and all this other kind of stuff. And listen, I have been cracking up at these people comments. I literally have.
Yes.
And people say like about TikTok. My video was on TikTok.
Yeah.
And people say about TikTok, they try to get on the right side of TikTok. I believe I'm on the right side of TikTok because most of the comments and the people that I'm interacting with, like they're not really negative about it. It's right. Funny. You know what I'm saying? They may have questions or whatever. I might get a few here and there where it's like, I ain't even about to engage with them. But, for the most part, everybody is really kind of enjoying the conversation about it. Right. So, yeah.
What did you think when, because I saw somebody in the comments say, girl, you're on TMZ. How did that happen? Because they used your video to talk about the Freaknik documentary.
Listen, I have been getting, and like people, I had this one person and I ended up blocking them. I'm telling you, anybody negative, I block them. So, but I had this one person make a comment and she was like, you love this attention. You did this to get clout and all this. It's just that kind of comment. And so I blocked it. I didn't even respond to it. But my thing is, listen, I am 51 years old. I have to get my kids to help me with stuff on social media. When I'm getting ready to post videos and stuff like that, I literally be going to my daughters or, I'll be like, hey, can y'all help me do this or do that? I had no intention of going viral. It was not my desire. I have never had a desire to go viral. I've never had a desire to be any type of but influencer. I'm an esthetician. Like I said in my video, I'm an esthetician. I want to help y'all with y'all skin. I want y'all to come get a facial. I want y'all to buy product. Come to Lash Wax and Glow in the Atlanta metropolitan area. That's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to click the link in my bio. That's what I want. I did not literally. I'm in church at a Sunday school program, and I'm sitting there, and my phone is going off, and I'm like, "What's happening?" So I look at my phone. The first text I look at, "Cuz you going viral." It's that video. I'm like, what? And at first it didn't even hit me. I'm like, what? Because I'm thinking viral. Okay, well, what really does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Because not me. You know what I'm saying?
Not you not knowing what it don't mean. That's
right. So I'm looking. So I showed my son. My son was sitting next to me, and I showed my son, and I said, she just I ain't gonna say her name. I don't know if she but it don't matter. Jessie. I said, Jessie just texted me and said, I'm going viral. I was like, look at this video and tell me what's going on. I'm telling you, I'm clueless, right? I knew. So it's on Twitter. He looks at it and he was like, Mom. And I was like, what? So he's telling me what's happening. I get another text. I get another text. People just keep showing me the video. I'm like, what is happening? Before I'm able to get to the parking lot, I get a text, girl, you on TMZ. What? When I tell you I was in panic mode, I was in panic. I'm like,
really?
Oh, yes. My kids were so excited. My little cousins were so excited. Everybody was the younger people.
Yeah.
Oh, they were excited. You need a social media manager. You need this. They were trying to tell me what to do. Girl, I was just standing there about to have a panic attack. I literally started crying. I ain't even lying to you.
Did you?
I did. And they were like, why are you crying? I was like, there's too much attention at one time. I just can't do it. And I'm scared of the internet. The internet is not
it can be cruel. It's
undefeated. It is undefeated.
I was wondering how you were handling all this, because let me say this. When I saw your video on TikTok, I never thought that you were trying to, because I had gone to your page and I knew you were an esthetician. So I was like when I had talked to you, I had reached out to you. Like, I'm like, I just want to talk to somebody that's been there and they understand, excuse me, they understand how I feel. Not anything like, oh, so are you afraid? It wasn't anything like that. Because when I watched the video, I was like, oh my God, that is exactly how I feel. And when you said, y'all, they're about to put our business out in the street.
Well, that was another reason why I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you, because I remember I told you, I said, I have no idea how this happened. Right. I literally, same thing I said earlier, I was just laughing at myself. And I was thinking, I need to share this information because people need to know. People need to know what's going on.
They do.
But literally, I'm thinking maybe 50-some people might see it. You know what I'm saying? Because
the world saw it. But it was like when you was doing it, it wasn't like you had set out to do it. I could tell you had probably just come out of the grocery store. You was just sitting in your car like, you know what? Why this on my mind? Let me go and say this now.
I was leaving work. I literally was leaving work because I was done working. I saw the video while I was still inside. When I walked out to my car, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to pick up before I go. And I was like, I'm sitting right here. I was like, let me just go ahead and do this video, because when I get home, I'm not going to be bothered.
Yeah.
Because I stress about posting, and that's why I don't even post that much. That was probably the first video I posted, and I don't even know how long. It may have been almost a month. I don't know, but I don't post every day. I don't even post I'm so inconsistent with posting. So I literally was just like, let me go ahead and do this video real quick. I thought it would be funny. So I'm like, let me go ahead and do this little funny video real quick, and then I'll be done. So when I get home, I'll be all set. It was just really that. There was no intention behind it other than I thought it was funny. I wanted to let my people, warn my people, whoever was gonna see it, whoever was gonna listen,
Yep.
a little chuckle, and then go on
Yep.
about your business.
We listened. I sent it to one of my friends. She was like, "Oh my gosh." She was like, "I know how she feels." You know, and like we were there together. So I was like, I know that we weren't doing anything, but
Yeah.
we don't know who else was filming and what we were doing during that. You know, we
And
don't
that's
want
the thing, yeah.
to like I don't want to see anything inappropriate, you know?
Mm, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, this is crazy.
I'm telling you that,
But
and
I'm
that's
so excited about it though.
you know, like I said, as time, as now that I've kind of, and that's the other thing, girl. You know, once I thought, okay, I'm not trending anymore, things are calming down. So once things started to calm down, I could really kind of settle. And I was like, okay, I am excited about this documentary though, because I think it's gonna be good. And when we say good, even at least for me, when I say good, I mean interesting. You know what I'm
It is.
saying?
Yeah.
Because again, we already know it's probably going to be some negative things in there, and those things actually did happen. And I don't want to dismiss those things and make it seem like glorify those things as well. But I'm just saying, I think that the documentary is going to be very interesting. So I did start to get kind of excited about it. And then next thing you know, I'm getting some more DMs, some more text messages. They found you. They found you. I'm like, what?
And I know at that moment when somebody said they found you, you like nervous to open that up.
Yes. I was like, what?
Because when I
What
got
you mean
my
they found your they found like, but the thing about it was I didn't panic too much because they said it was a picture.
right.
And I already
Right.
know. I would
Right. That's why I said don't I hope there are no videos. Just if
yeah.
I got a still photo, I can handle a still photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just don't know what people have out. Like I said, I wasn't doing nothing crazy, but you don't know what other people were catching.
Right.
Cause you know you was out, you was it was outside.
You were present. You were present, and we were outside, and we stayed outside.
We stayed outside. Like it was insane how much we was
Yes.
outside. Cause
Yes.
I can remember like I dated a guy that lived in Atlanta, and I would just so I have somebody drop me off at the car rental place,
Mm-hmm.
and I would maybe I had $10 in my wallet, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just drive to Atlanta about 2 weekends out of the month
Yeah.
because when I got there, I knew what was gonna happen. Just
Yeah.
popping like we were outside.
Yes, girl. I mean, listen, we had and it's so fun. The thing about it is like people like I've had people like that in like personally that are seeing me and whatever, and they're they ask me, they like, so you're not excited about this at all? I said it doesn't excite me. It doesn't. I said it scares me because I'm scared of the internet. I really am. I said it's just the internet is undefeated. And girl, when the initial viral was on Black Twitter, oh girl, yeah, the initial viral was actually that's how TMZ picked it up. The initial, at least from what I understand, it went viral on Twitter, and Black Twitter had, and I was like, oh Lord, oh God, Black Twitter
So
got.
Black Twitter got your video?
Yes, that from what I could see, that's how it blew up, from my understanding. I
Okay.
could be wrong, but my point is that yeah, it's scary. So I'm not excited about the whole viral thing, but what I do like is I like talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I like having the conversations, and that's why I'm glad it seems as though I'm on the right side of TikTok, because I
Right.
talk to the people on TikTok. I do talk to some of the people on Instagram, but my but I don't really talk too much on Twitter because
Yeah.
that's a different beast. But I like talking to people. I like having those conversations. So that's the thing that I do like, and I am excited about. Like even having having these type conversations with you, and
Mhm.
I like people. I like people in that way. So I just like to have
Yeah.
that conversation, and that's the part that I really do like.
And I think that, I mean, that's what I said that we were just going to do because I just felt like this is just somebody who has the same experience that I have. And
Mhm.
there may be someone listening that has the same experience that we've had. And
Yeah.
it's just like a moment in time, like, and it's our moment in time. Like everybody is not going to understand exactly what we're talking about. Because a lot of
Right.
people, I feel, are taking it like when we talk about it, it's like, oh my God, like we had a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
It was so many different places to have it.
so
Like,
many.
there we like in some of the conversations I was having in that video where I mentioned 112 and Diamonds and Pearls, girl,
Yeah.
people started mentioning all kinds of clubs. They was like, "Who remember Sensations? Remember Charles Disco? Remember 559? Remember Club Kaya?"
I
Like they
remember
were just going,
559.
yeah, girl. I'm like, they were going through the list of the warehouse. They were going through just the list of all the different. It was just so fun, just reminiscing about all the places that we just used to go and just have
I
a good
remember.
time.
I remember.
And we actually danced.
I saw Biggie at the warehouse.
Mm,
I was. I
that's
mean,
amazing.
yes, like that's what I'm saying. Like that was that was a moment in time that
Yeah,
you can't, like, you just have to hold on to your memories and your
yeah.
photos and live through that, because you know, like what they do now. I mean, I don't know, what are the kids doing now? Like, what are they doing? Where they going?
Girl, I don't know. I don't know where they going, but I do know they don't dance no more.
No,
You know, they just if they get their section,
not
they
the
get
Goody Mob reference. They don't
yes,
dance no
honey.
more.
Yes,
I
honey.
love it. I
They
love
get
it.
they get their section and they get their bottles
And
and
they
they
sit down. Girl, girl, I'm gonna tell you, I would be wet when I walk, like wet when I walked out of the club. I used
yes,
to
girl.
have, like, in the wintertime, I used to have like like a sweater in the car,
Uh-huh.
because I was, girl,
Yes. I
I
told
would have
people
had
that's how we
pneumonia
stayed
lots of
little.
days.
That's why we were so little, and that's how we stayed fine because we actually
We did
sweated in the club.
all night. We danced, girl. Girl, I'm talking about way more than I do when I'm working out.
And that's all
Way
I'm saying.
more.
That's all I'm saying.
I
We
want,
listen.
like, we had Daisy Duke contests,
Yes.
you know, and it was, oh my God, that was such a great
It
time.
was entertaining. It was
It
entertaining
was.
and it was fun. It was an experience. It really
Was.
was. You know, it was an experience. And not to say that it was just, you know, every night wasn't, but it was, I mean, we just that era. That
Yes.
era was just the 90s was just a good time. I mean, even with our music,
The
we
music.
So Def was here.
Yeah.
Jermaine had, you know, everybody. He had the Brad, he had Escape, he Usher, you know, then we got Jodeci, Luke,
Yeah.
of course, Bad Boy,
Yeah.
what we had,
Whoever LaFace had, whoever was over there.
whoever LaFace had,
Yeah.
and then, and don't kill me, don't nobody shoot me. But R. Kelly came out with that 12 play.
Yeah.
Listen, our music, our music.
You
Come
could
on.
not.
SWV, TLC.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come
Yeah.
on.
You really can't hold a torch to the music that we had in the 90s. Like the late 80s and the 90s, that was like the best music ever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the best music ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just, like, even my daughter, I was like, girl, you'll never have fun like this. Never.
Yeah.
You will never enjoy yourself like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It was a different time. It really was.
because I remember when we were coming, and I was thinking, I said this in a video, I was like, these people have to get ready by Wednesday and take the rest of the week and the weekend off, because I couldn't imagine trying to get home anywhere in Atlanta in that. Just the way, like you said, was gridlocked.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was crazy to me.
But that was part, but remember now, that was part of the problem too, because of the people in Buckhead were complaining about the traffic, how long it was taking them to get home, you know, all of that.
Okay.
And even though, and it just goes to show how much of an inconvenience it became to be, because remember, Freaknik brought so much money to the city.
Yes.
I mean, it brought a lot of money to the city, and they were willing to let that go to get us up out of here.
Girl, because I mean, because my friend and I was talking yesterday about it, and I was like, I'd just be like, Mom, I need an additional $200 for the weekend. I left all her $200 down there in Atlanta. Just me. And if everybody else had 200, I know it was money going through there.
It was, girl. Yeah, it was.
That's just a moment in time that, like many other ones, college experiences, it was just, and I'm just so glad I was there You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm glad that I was there in that time, but
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited. And
Yeah.
it'll be next year though, right?
They from what I've seen so far, they haven't released the date yet.
Mm-hmm.
So some people were saying they gonna have to speed it up now, or they're gonna have to get it done now, So I don't know. You just never know, because we
Yeah.
but they, as far as I know, there's no date that has been released yet.
Well, I know the momentum. I guess that's what they're saying about the momentum now, because
Yeah,
every time I open up anything, it's a new Freaknik video, it's a compilation, it's
yeah,
another article, But I think, I mean, that was a great time. So, I mean,
yeah,
I get it. I get it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
yeah. I
But I don't
agree.
know. I don't know why he was sitting there thinking about that. 30 years later.
30
Sir,
years later. 30 years, girl.
I know you ain't got to go and get Bow Wow situated. You ain't have nothing else you can do.
You know what? They
I know,
probably,
Tawana, you're right.
you know what? They were probably sitting around reminiscing like we've done. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I mean, again, we don't know this to be true, but it just, like you said, why would this come up 30 years later? You ain't got nothing else to do a documentary about. But they probably was sitting up there thinking about, reminiscing about all of this stuff that happened, what a time it was. Like I said, Atlanta in the 90s, and just
Yeah.
thinking about, and Freaknik was a very big part of it. They probably were just sitting around thinking about that and was like, you know what? This would be a good documentary.
And honestly, if they do it right, I mean, it'll be a celebration for me. Like,
Yeah,
it'll just be like a moment in time. Tawana said, I'm not scared because we were part of a movement. We were definitely part of a movement.
definitely.
Definitely part of a movement. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. Like,
yeah,
that was a time when, oh my goodness, just I mean, like you said, we was all the right size.
yeah.
Everybody was just so cute, and it was just, we
Yes,
just out
girl.
living our life free.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yes.
And just having a really good time.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
And so I grew up in Detroit.
Hmm.
So I did most of my high school at Oak Park High. And then when I moved here to Atlanta, I went to Redan High School.
Okay.
So I actually did my senior year of high school at Redan High School and graduated from there.
Oh, he's Mr. True Logic said they got to get past the lawsuits before they can release it. I don't know if they can it be a lawsuit?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The only thing that throws me is that, girl, were you asking me what college I went to, or were you asking
Yeah. What college did you go to?
girl? Albany State. Albany
Okay.
State.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. Why would I? But anyway, I'm back. I'm back. Um, yeah. So I don't know. The thing that threw me was that a judge is a part of one of the people saying that they are, and a politician is saying that they're gonna do a lawsuit. So I don't, sometimes people, do stuff to bluff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the case, but if a judge is saying I'm going to sue, I would think they would know the laws well enough to know if they
Right.
can actually sue or not. So that's the only thing that throw me. Because I would have never thought that anybody could sue.
I know, and just like Tawana is saying, like, it's crazy to be scared of something like that. The thing is this: 100%, you don't even. First of all, you don't even know if you're gonna be on it.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know who's going to be on it. You don't know if they're just not going to take what you've seen on YouTube and use it, and maybe a couple of personal things.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because we
Mhm.
could be sitting there and I not see anybody I know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then I could see everybody I rode in the car with. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But so I just feel like I mean, like, as a judge, like you said, and a politician,
Mhm.
that I feel like if they hadn't have said anything, you know.
People probably wouldn't have known because that's what people were saying about me. They were like, you're bringing so much attention to yourself. It's 30 years later. That people probably wouldn't even noticed you or realized it was you if you were on there. And that's a general consensus. And that's true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I just wasn't expecting that the video would do what it did. So, you know, so yeah. So
Yeah,
there's that.
it's a possibility that you're not even on there it may be
Yes.
more talking than anything. I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll get a mayor. I'm sure they'll find some, like Kanye may not be on the documentary. Tupac could have been on the documentary. He
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
So you got stuff like that going on, but it may be some people in Atlanta to come out and say stuff. But I really feel like people are. I was a little, shook just a little bit, and
Yeah.
then, like I said, one of my friends sent me a picture. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, wait. but
That's not cool.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Auntie Cece says she's not scared. I don't think at this point in our life, I don't think you should be that scared. Now, if you feel like you as a politician, that gave me pause because I was like, what are you doing, ma'am?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was so many photos with the police doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, and the thing is, men need to be worried.
Yes.
A little bit more than women.
Absolutely. Well, and that's what I said that in another post. So I think it was Teslin Figaro. She posted on Instagram this video. I can't remember his name, but it was from a guy that he's on the griot. I just can't remember his name right now. But he was just talking about how now he called Freaknik like a rape fest and all this stuff. Now I don't I feel like for something to be called a rape fest, like everybody who was present would have seen it all the time, every day, that because it was the whole weekend. If you went, if you went every day of the weekend, if it was that prominent, and I'm not saying that those things didn't happen and they didn't happen often. I don't know. I just didn't see it.
Right.
So, but anyway, he was calling it that. So, but in his closing, when he was talking about it, he was saying, men, everyone is saying, you're going to see your mama, you're going to see your aunties, you're going to see this, but, you men need to be worried too. And Teslin Figaro was like, do y'all agree? And I was like, yes. When I made the video, I said, we.
Yeah, that's everybody.
That's everybody.
That's everybody.
People just ran with, oh, these aunties shook, these aunties this, these aunties that.
But I mean, you got women in strip clubs doing whatever they're doing, so you see some aunties all the time. But you got these men out here
who were predators,
who's holding these cameras, and that's not, just like the police. It was Atlanta police, and you could see his face and him with his hands on that woman like that, and I was like, sir, your whole face is out here.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
I hope you're retired at this point.
That's what I'm saying. So yes, the men should be worried too.
They should.
They're gonna be all up. They're gonna be all up and through this documentary. And the crowds when they were crowding around women and them snatching women's clothes off and all of that. If they got that, sir,
it might have been the judge and somebody else, but girl, because I was outdone. I was like, these people are scared to death. Like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
But I was like, when you said, like, when you saw those cameras come up, you kind of got away. I think we all were like that. Now, like I said, we could have been caught up on camera somebody else's.
Yeah.
Not a mall cop. But you could have been somebody else. You could have been on somebody else's camera, like I said, breaking it down.
Yeah.
But if I saw you, no, you didn't. Nah.
No.
I just hope I'm not screaming in a camera like lit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. Girl, ain't no telling. It's just no telling. It's no telling. It's no telling. I don't know. Because we were lit. So I don't know.
Oh, Tawana says she don't remember any of that. She must have been on the safe side of Freaknik. I was in Piedmont Park and stuff like that was happening. Yeah. And I don't know which Peachtree I was on, but they were all gridlocked.
Yeah.
And then, like at night, Tawana, when you go out at night, like to the 112, to all that, or to the Waffle House.
Yeah.
It was popping outside.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't, and that's the thing too. It was kind of crazy because, at least now, again, my experience is not everybody else's experience. So, but for me, it was kind of crazy because you'd be at Freaknik, right? Gridlock, everything. You know what I'm saying? You make your way back to the house. You change your clothes. You go to the club. It wasn't Freaknik at the club. It was just regular clubbing.
You were just out at the club.
You were just out at the club.
But in the morning, it's Freaknik.
Yeah. Yeah, you back to it. You back to it.
You got right back to it.
You got right back at it.
You go to school Monday. You don't go to class. You start back on Tuesday.
Yep.
Because it ain't no way you can go to class on Monday. My friend she said she was on the road, and we were education majors, and so she was on the road in another car. I was in another car, whatever. And the car she was in, she had them doing file folder games. She had people cutting stuff out because she had to go to class Monday morning. I remember her going to class because I passed by her from the bathroom as I was getting back in the bed. I was like, girl, have a good day. Because I'm not going to do it. My assignment will be turned in on Wednesday.
Right. Girl, I'm telling you.
That was just awesome. So
yeah,
girl, I mean, like I said, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I can't wait to see it. And like I said, that's why I said I don't know why I'm tripping. Like I might not even be in it, so I don't know. I'm going about my business.
And more than likely, more than likely we won't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just, but the thing is that I'm just one of those people. It's like it's all you just never know. I'm one of those people that never say never. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I would never be a person to be like, oh, they ain't, I wasn't doing nothing. They ain't gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing nothing enough for them to be videotaping me. And I know I got away from all the cameras, so I ain't worried about it because I know as soon as that camera came,
always one. It's always one.
It's always one. You just never know. I'm telling you, if you out in public, there is no such thing as privacy.
No,
especially in this day. Yeah, especially today.
Especially today.
And that's the other thing too. That's the other thing. I don't know if we can go, but that's the other thing too in regards to running it back. Everybody knows at this point in society, there is no way if everything is caught on camera. Everything. You can be videoed without ever knowing you're being videoed. People know this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's definitely going to play a big part in running it back too, is that people are going to be conscious about who's watching me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think if that's going to be a quiet moment whenever that comes out. Because if you've never paid attention to anything before your life, people will be paying attention to this.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can't wait to see what they have.
Yeah. But it's definitely going to be interesting. I believe.
But like you said, I gotta run this back. The soundtrack to our lives back then was simply amazing.
Yeah, we still listening to it today.
Girl, did you see my story? I had looked at my story. When I posted the promotion about this, it was Doodle Brown. I put in my story.
Girl, I'm telling you, it sounds like that. Like I said,
it'll be today, right now, at this big age. Right now, I'm gonna try to do something. As soon as I hear it, I'm on it. With
them bad knees and all. Somebody might have to help us back up. But listen, it's like I said. The same way when people run to the floor when they hear, for the 9-9 and the 2. Same way people run to the floor for that. Listen, when that dog
whenever you hear a little beat drop, it's on and popping. Like I'm ready to go. Period. I'm ready to go.
And then even some hip hop songs. But because I was thinking about this, and this was a thing too. I don't know if you ever. So like when we would be in the club, I can't think because I'm trying to hurry up because I know you're trying to wrap it up, but I can't remember who did it, but you remember engine number 9.
Yes, girl.
You remember. Wait a minute.
Pick it up.
You remember we be in the club, right? It was crazy because everybody would be getting low.
Yes, girl. And when they come on
in New York Transit line.
Oh my God, I have chills.
Pick it up. Back on the scene, Crispy. Crazy in the club.
Cypress Hill. Oh, he said Black Sheep, but
Black Sheep. That's it. Yeah.
Cypress Hill jump. Oh
yeah.
my God. The entire song.
Yes.
Girl,
Yes.
I was wet when I walked out the
I'm
club.
telling you. Ooh, somebody said Club Excess on Moreland. Yes. I could not remember the name of that club. I couldn't remember the name of it. That was another club because I couldn't remember if it was Escape or Excess. Yes, that was the other one. Club Excess on Moreland. Yeah, that was in the hood. But yeah, that used to be popping too.
Oh, look, Mr. Warner said when the documentary show comes back, we'll have to come back with another chat. Tina, we got to come back and do this again.
Yeah.
Like once this, by that time I have some stuff figured out. Maybe we could pop some videos up or whatever. But girl,
Okay. I would love to. I would
love to because, like I said, like this was just I wanted to talk to you because when I saw your video, I was like, I understand exactly what she is saying, is meaning. I understand her facial expressions. I understand the pauses in her. I understand the breathing. I understood everything about that video. And
Somebody
I was like,
oh, that hard swallow right there.
girl, when you said, I was like, absolutely. Absolutely, I get it. Oh my God. And you said, parents, get your parental controls in order, girl. I was weak. I was like, let me go talk to my baby right quick, because child.
I'm trying to tell you, luckily I've been transparent with my kids the whole time, so they good.
Yeah, no, she good too. She's like, mommy, what? I said, girl, look, it was in the 90s, and I was young, free, like I don't know what I mean. I didn't have no money. I was just having a good time.
That's it.
I was living life to the fullest. I wasn't around here worried about nothing.
Right. Yep.
Oh, that was good. I mean, and we went, and as far as fashion went, right?
Yeah.
Like the girl, I made a picture, and the girls had the little hard curls in there, and I was like, we did this in our dorm rooms. Like,
yeah.
Who didn't do hair?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody. I was doing hair back then. I was doing hair. I mean, everybody was doing hair. I had the scrunchies. So you know where you would do the finger wave and then you would scrunch it.
Yes.
I used to love that.
Look, the picture I got that I posted about myself, that's how my hair was, girl. And I would do that myself. Put that mousse in it and scrunch it up with gel. And I thought, why did we think that was so cute?
It was, girl. It was. Now, you know what wasn't cute? Like one of them pictures that I had in my 90s pictures where I had the updo. And remember we used to have the updos? We had I forget what you call it, where you would have that hump.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The finger roll. I mean, not the what is it? The roll in the back.
Yeah. Oh, the French roll?
The French roll with the hump on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, that wasn't cute. Yeah, that wasn't cute.
I had the asymmetrical stack.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Girl, it was just, oh my gosh, that was just really a time. And it was like I said, everybody was so little, so it wasn't none to put on some dukes and a halter top.
No.
Girl, that was just life. She said, yes, the French roll.
That French roll,
that was just life.
It was going nowhere.
I had no idea that it would be like this when I got up to this big age. This is crazy to me.
I'm telling you.
But I thought I can't wait. I really and truly can't wait. And y'all, Tina and I will be back.
Yes.
Once this documentary. Oh, she said a mini skirt.
Girl.
Yeah. Girl, I remember one time we had shut down. We was trying to have a party in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And we had got to the hotel, and it was just a hotel with beds in the room, right? So we realized this is not gonna work. We need a suite. Mm-hmm. So all of us with our change went on over to this other hotel.
Uh-huh.
Girl, we put a note on the hotel room when we left. 1990, yes. Mm-hmm. 1992 or 3 or 4. Girl, we had the best time. I had no nails at the end of the night. I fell through a table. Girl, it was just fantastic. Like, just dancing. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy, girl. We had a barbecue in any 5 seconds. Anytime somebody said something about some chicken, we were who making it? Yes, girl, Daisy Dukes and a tank top. That was just our fit.
Yeah. it was real simple, and still it did what it did what it was supposed to do.
It did what it was supposed to do, and
Yeah.
we are better for it. We're better people for it. Like this is what I will say. I was telling my friend this yesterday. I was telling her I was going to talk to you, and I was like, if I don't do anything else but continue to raise my daughter, work or whatever, I'm good. I have
Yeah.
done it. I
Yeah.
have lived, honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hate anybody. I hate it for anybody who hadn't come, who do not even understand what we're talking about.
I do. I do. It's like I said, it's just a different time now. And I mean, they do things their way and the way they enjoy it, but I just think that we just had a better time. I just
We
think we
did.
had a better time. You know what I'm saying?
We
Um,
did.
and I also think we connected better too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We like
We did.
I have friends. I have friends that I've been friends with since I was in 10th grade.
Yeah.
I got one friend, I've been friends with her since the 6th grade. And I just think that and especially college, when you meet your college friends, I just think we interacted more, so
Mhm.
even with Freaknik, one of the great things about it was that, man, you met so many people from so many different places,
You
you know.
did.
Yeah, it would be somebody you didn't met somebody over that lived in Minnesota, or you know what I'm saying, that just flew out here. I mean, it was
Yeah,
just
just because they heard about it.
yes. So it was just a good time with being able to at least again, and not everybody, but we had a good time with meeting new people from
Yes.
different areas. It was a lot of um
It
just
was a
good
lot of
interaction.
connection. It was I think we were very open minded. Like our lives weren't tainted. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like we didn't have social media. We didn't know, when we weren't watching the news. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
We weren't doing anything like that.
yeah.
We were just out here just trying to become who we're going to be. Like once you left home and now
Mhm.
you're in college, now the person you're going to be, that's you're building that person.
Right.
So like as you build yourself and you lay your foundation down, you
Hmm.
have people that help you along the way. And
Right.
those
Yep.
and those are people who you will never forget. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I can go, like I have friends that live in, I went to college with, they live in Atlanta, live in Alabama and stuff like that. And I hadn't talked to them in forever. But if
Mhm.
I call one of them right now,
That's right.
it's
Yep.
gonna be a great conversation. And it's not gonna be about the old days. We're gonna talk like right now.
Yeah, it's like you didn't miss it. It's like you didn't skip a beat. It's
No.
like no time was missed in between. Same thing with my friends. I mean, you just pick up right where you left off.
Like she said right here, phone numbers on napkins. Girl,
Yeah.
that
Yes.
oh, that
Yeah,
was it.
yeah, because it was different then. You couldn't be like, let me put my number in your phone, and then
No.
they call you before you walk away to make sure it's the right number. No, you just had to write. They just had to write it down on that
It
napkin.
prayed. It prayed that I
That's
gave you the right
it.
number and the right name.
Exactly. Oh,
Pray,
definitely,
pray that I gave you the
definitely.
right name.
I think all of us had a fake name.
Everybody. Mine was
Yeah.
Gabrielle. That was my name. My name was Gabrielle. That was my fake
Girl,
name.
my one of well, I had a couple, but one of mine was Monique.
Girl, I would say, oh, my name is Gabrielle. And girl, I have written 7779311 down so many times.
Now, if they didn't catch on to that, now they were slow.
Girl,
If they didn't catch
I
on,
would make up. I don't even know what area codes. Only 308-777. Girl, please. No,
yeah,
sir.
mm-mm.
But you know what? Before we go, you did say something because I think you put it up on TikTok because somebody's like, oh, I'm clear because I was there in 95. I was like, okay, because you cleared that up.
Yeah, yeah. If the documentary is about the rise and fall of Freaknik, that means that it's gonna definitely touch on the other years as well.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody safe. Yes, the focus is gonna be on 94, but if it's on the rise and fall, it's gonna talk about when it began, how it came about, and then it's gonna also talk about those latter years where that demise started, and all of those, other things started happening, the crime and the assaults and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, nobody is safe. Nobody is safe.
She said, Auntie Cece said her friends would give people the numbers to the jail.
That's hilarious.
That is great. Oh my God, that's genius.
That is hilarious.
Girl, no.
Yeah, they did. They did to one of the city. He said that they said that city politicians helped end Freaknik. Yeah, they did because they were getting too many complaints from Buckhead and all of those other areas about just trash that was left, and again the traffic and them not being able to get to where they need to go, and just all of what they complained about. And then once once the crime and everything else started to escalate, then they had a legitimate reason why. Okay, they were able to use that as, okay, see, this is why this needs to stop type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so I just it was just a lot. It was a lot. And I honestly don't think I can't see them bringing something like that back. I just not because there's so much that goes on in the world today. I would be afraid. I honestly would be afraid to go because
I think if they did it though, excuse me, I would think if they did it, like I said, they wouldn't try to do it exactly like we did it,
right?
Because literally it was just like a big block party everywhere and down, on Peachtree, every Peachtree and downtown and all that. It was just a big block party. I don't think they would do it that way. I think they would literally try to do. I think they would. I would think that.
I think they would sell tickets.
Festival, huh?
I think they would try to sell tickets.
I think they would try to sell tickets, and I think that they would do it like a festival. You know what I'm saying? And I think Luke came. Do you remember this? I think Luke came one year and tried to do it as like a festival when they tried to kind of redo it, and he was like, "Do you remember?"
That was in 2020, right? That was in 2020, right?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how well it did or whatever. I don't think it did that well. But I don't know. I think if this generation wants it badly enough and they just come together to try to organize it and and just
But see, that's the beauty of when we did it. There was no organization.
It wasn't. It was very organic. Yeah.
It was like when I was reading about it, the way it began was it was kids who didn't go home for spring break. Mm-hmm. So we just gonna go to Piedmont Park and just do this. Well, next year, I'm not going home for spring break. I want to be at this party. And then by that time, colleges in like where you went to school caught on, and then A&M caught on, and then this school caught on. So now is a whole movement situation. And the only thing that is organized at this point is like entertainment. Like it may be a concert.
Right.
But I don't even know if we had concerts, but that's why I say that it won't be the same. Like they'll have fun the way they have fun, but they won't have fun like we had fun.
No, but
that won't ever happen again.
No, it won't. It won't ever happen again. There's no way to bring that back. I agree with you on that.
Because we had no rhyme or reason. There was no manual. There was no booklet. Yeah. We just needed mama to get us a room.
Yeah.
And we needed some money to give our friend for gas and something to eat with. Because see, like I get so excited, and I'm like this to today. If I'm going somewhere and I'm excited, like I don't even have to eat. Like I'm ready to go. Like I don't think it was times. I mean, maybe I ate like twice during the whole weekend because I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be the same because like we had we just knew the direction that we need to go in to get in traffic. Like that was our whole goal, is to be in traffic.
That was the truth. Now that's the truth. We weren't trying to avoid the traffic. We were trying to get to the traffic. Absolutely. Yeah, that is true. Now I'm with you on that. But I just again, it wouldn't be the same. But I don't think they need to try to make it the same. I think they need to try to make it their own.
I think they just need to stop. I think they're like, I don't like sequels. I'm not a sequel person. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's a moment in time. I don't need y'all to be jealous because y'all didn't have this type of fun. Because the thing is, I don't care what anybody does today. They're never going to recreate that. Nobody's ever going to have that type of fun again, ever.
No.
And I don't, you got Black Bike Week. You
Yeah.
got Myrtle Beach, you got Daytona and stuff like that. It just still won't be the same. So I think that it's a losing battle. And I just do not. I mean, because it's so much going on.
Yeah.
So much going on. Thank
Yeah.
you, Tawana. It's just so much going on. So I'm just glad I was there. It was a time to be alive. And I'm glad you were there. And I appreciate you, like your post, girl, because I felt so close to you. I was like, I understand. I understand how she feels.
Well, now somebody else told me that my post really just had them cracking up. And I was just like, and that really, now that if I was going to say it had any intent, that would be the intent. I just thought it would be funny. I thought it would be funny, and I did want to make people aware. But even in me making people aware, I knew it would be funny. At least I thought it was. So I felt good about people finding the humor in it.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? And I also felt good about people being able to, if people had good memories of it, I felt good about them being able to feel warm and fuzzy about those good times that they had. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, like your video, I have spoken to 5 or 6 people from school.
Mm-hmm.
I have reconnected, not, just it's just been a minute since I talked to them.
Yeah.
But because I've sent them, I'm like, y'all. They was like, girl, she is telling the truth. And I was like, yes, she is. like we felt you. Like it was just a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not released that yet.
Yeah.
But once it comes out, Lord said the same. We all right here together. Tina and I will be back to have a conversation about the documentary, because I'm really excited, because really this is our moment in time. The people that's in this chat and us, like, everybody can't have this conversation.
No.
And I love the fact that I can be in this conversation, because there were so many people like, oh, I was in high school, I was in the 7th grade, I was this. Woo, child.
I'm telling you. And that's the thing. And that was another thing too. Like when we first, and I know we're wrapping up, but when it first went viral and everything, another thing that kind of just unsettled me was that I was like, I am not the authority on Freaknik. You know what I'm saying? There's so many. I was like, it's so many other people that have, you know what I'm saying? That has much better stories than what I have, who know more than what I know. You know what I'm saying?
Way more than what you've seen.
Exactly. I was like, so I felt like I had imposter syndrome, because I was just like, I know this video has gone viral and I get it, because it's the topic that is in the video, but I am not the foremost authority on Freaknik. There are so many other people who have their stories, but you know what? Maybe I done scared them to death. Maybe nobody want to tell their stories because they like, we ain't trying to be out there like you out there right now. I don't know.
If we could have a Freaknik reunion, now we could have a reunion. Now that I will be here for that. If we could have a Freaknik reunion, 93, 94, 95.
Oh my God. Now that is, girl,
sign
you started something. You done started something.
Sign me up. And I'm going to, in Atlanta, sign me up.
Oh, girl, somebody, if somebody hears that, I bet you somebody gonna try to come up with that.
Now they could do a Freaknik. Now that's when you need to sell tickets. That's when you sell tickets, check IDs, have a metal detector at the door. If you was not here in 93, 94, 95, you can't come to this party. You can't sit with us. You cannot sit with us.
Right.
Girl, now that would be great.
That's a great idea.
That would be great, because see, now we have all our wits about each other.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get ourselves together, get in the gym so we can get half as fine as we was back then.
Start trying to slim down that back.
Try to slim down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then half the guys that was there, half the guys. they wouldn't even be, it would be crazy. A reunion would be great.
Yeah.
It would be great.
That's a good idea. That's a real good idea.
That was a great idea. Now, if Atlanta is one of Atlanta. If you're listening, anybody in Atlanta, now if you want to have something, you want to recreate Freaknik, have a 93, 94, 95 reunion.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I will be there. Because I'll be there. Girl, that'd be great.
And all the music definitely has to be the same.
All the music has to be the same.
New stuff in there. We don't want to hear Drake. I love Drake. We don't want to hear that.
We'll be wearing. We won't be wearing deuce. We'll be wearing capris.
Yeah. or leggings. We could throw some
leggings. Yes, girl. Yes, and all of us don't need to wear leggings, but that is definitely an option.
Everybody gonna have their Spanx on.
Girl,
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah,
I think that would be great.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Reunion, somebody might pick that up. Yeah,
Freaknik reunion, and then you could document that. Let us talk to you about that.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Jermaine should do it. Jermaine should throw it. Jermaine should throw a Freaknik reunion party. He should do that.
That would be fantastic.
Right?
You already linked up. He's our girl. Hashtag him, add him, and let him know. Millie Chun and Tina.
I'll hashtag. I don't know how LinkedIn I am, but I'll hashtag him.
Hashtag him, girl. Tell him we need a reunion. And we can host, girl. We can host a reunion, child.
Uh-oh. Don't make me no host now. Don't make me no host.
Look, she said which park? Mosley, Piedmont, or Lenox Mall? Not fooling with Lenox. I would definitely like to go back to Piedmont.
Definitely Piedmont. Definitely Piedmont, without question.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah, Piedmont. I think Piedmont would be the place.
That would be great. And then at that point, I'm gonna need y'all to have security, and we can sell tickets to that. Now that we can sell tickets to.
Yeah.
And you gotta meet the age. You gotta meet the age.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Cameron. That would be. Yep, you're right. Ryan Cameron would be good. Yep, to get him on board. Yep.
I think that would be the best way, that if we could, if we could come together and just do watch the movie, watch it together, like
do a watch night.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Oh, girl, now you talking my language now. I love that. I love it because listen. I love movies. That's like my favorite pastime, my favorite hobby. Like I said, I love documentaries. But yeah, now you talking my language now. I would love to do that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, how could we just get everybody involved, girl? Now this is a movie.
Well, is it Apple where you could do a watch party? Like some one of these apps you can do a watch party.
It could. I would think Apple would be definitely something you could do a watch party on.
I think I would think that would be maybe the easiest way to do it. Or I know on TikTok, which it's hard to do if you are actually the host. But I've seen on TikTok where people they'll be showing they'll go live and they'll be showing like the movie and people will be in the comments commenting.
Yeah, we can't do that on TikTok. We can't do that on TikTok because this is Freaknik, and I try to go live and have a discussion about a reunion, and they took my live away for 2 days. So TikTok will not be it. Now, what I do like to do with my my Millie crew and everybody, like I Zoom. I'm back home, so I can Zoom like once a month because you go live and people have to type. I like to actually talk to them.
Yeah.
So we Zoom probably once a month. So I don't know if we could just get a Freaknik Zoom together. I don't know what we could do. But I feel like we need to have a watch party because I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we need to figure that out. I think
we go to a
great idea.
Could Jermaine just rent us out a movie theater?
That would be perfect.
I think that's what needs to happen.
I think that would be perfect.
I'm gonna put you in charge of that. I'll come out with the ideas. I'm gonna put you in charge with the legwork.
Well, you got some great ideas, girl. I can't even say nothing. Your idea, you got some great ideas. I can't even say nothing. I'll hashtag him and see if I can
hashtag him and tell him he got 2 hosts for the Freaknik documentary coming out, We want to invite everybody who was there during this time. We checking IDs. You got to be this particular age.
Okay.
And I think that would be great.
So you want to exclude? No, nah. See, I try to be an advocate for the young people now. So you want to exclude the young? You don't want none of the young people to come in. It just can only be us.
Yes, because that is us. This video is about us. Like, young people be doing too much sometimes. Us, we gonna pay attention. Cause we really gonna be sitting there on pins and needles. Cause I'm like, we there for a reason. Yeah. No one under 45. There you go. No one under 45. I'm with it. Cause girl, I'm saying, like, because in my mind, this is what I'm envisioning. Because when I say that, it's because everybody who had that experience to be in that room, that documentary would be that much better. Because it'll be something somebody will see. It could be somebody in the room that recognizes somebody. Like, it just would be that much better. I'm not saying, exclude everybody, but I think if you're doing this about us, because this is about us, because we made it Freaknik.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should have a turn. We should be first.
Okay, so what if he does it and then, what if he does it for us only, 45 and up, and then, well, if that's, they can just, they I don't know.
I mean, it's just one night. I just want one night.
That's why I stopped, because it's not like it's gonna be a whole, like it's gonna actually be in the movie theaters. So it would just be one night anyway.
Yeah, we're not trying to recruit like this geriatric Freaknik. We're not trying to bring that back. But we definitely need a night. I think this celebrates us. That is exactly how I feel. Right? Because a lot of us feel like you felt in that video. A lot of us was there. We know how much fun we had. I just feel like if you're gonna bring this back, then you need to celebrate the people who made it what it was.
Yeah, and that was the thing too. And I was and now I'm gonna tell you, I made TMZ. I found out today I made World Star Girl. I was like,
no.
Yes, honey. What? I was like, what?
Yeah, you got the reach, baby.
I couldn't believe it. But one of the things that I saw this morning, I was so excited. Now I was excited about this one. So it was it's a podcast called Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne the God. Have y'all? Everybody may not have heard of it.
Yeah,
but it's a really good podcast. It's with him and I can't remember. It's a white guy. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. But anyway, it's a really good podcast. But they had my video on this morning. I was excited about that. I was really excited. Yeah. But one of the things that the reason why I brought it up is because one of the things that Charlamagne said was, he was like, listen, he said, we know some bad things happen, but it was for a lot of people, it was fun. For a lot of people, they had a good time. Yeah. And so I think when we say we want to celebrate it and we want to celebrate that time and that era, I hope people are hearing that we know that there are some bad things that happen.
Right.
But for some of us, that was not our experience. So because that wasn't our experience, for us, we see it as a time to celebrate, So I just I just thought that would be worth mentioning.
I think she said in here, like, nobody understands like the clothing, the music, the hairstyles, the language that we spoke then. That's why I feel like it would be a thing to celebrate us. Like, without us, there would be no Freaknik. Without us coming all over the world. And I think for just one night, we could have a Freaknik reunion. We could all watch the documentary together, and just like, oh my God, you were there.
Yeah.
Maybe the judge and the politicians and the professionals could show.
I don't know if they gonna show up.
They
might interfere with the lawsuit.
Girl, that's rough. I was like, wow. Because immediately my mind went to, what was you doing? Because I remember that girl that was twerking for Kanye and them, and I was like, could that have been a judge?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, girl. I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I don't want to make no speculations because, like I said, they may not have been doing much, but because they doing a lawsuit, it just make it seem like it's bigger than what it may have actually been.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
feel like if they hadn't have said anything, it would have been okay.
yeah, yeah,
She said it was our Fort Lauderdale spring break. We expressed ourselves in the streets of ATL. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we just
True.
it just will never be a time. I think if it was, it should be people there that understand it. A reunion would be fantastic. Since
Mhm.
you are world star and everything, you definitely got the reach. So girl,
Girl, I just
let's
don't.
go.
I mean, somebody is gonna have to school me on this because I'm telling you, like, I don't. I'm so clueless about this. I'm like, okay, yeah, it went viral, but man, people's attention is gonna go to something else in a couple of days, and it's gonna be, and people will forget about me, and they're gonna move on to something else. That's just how it works. So even in this moment, I'm just like, okay, yeah, but it's like my son was even just saying, "Ma, I don't." He was saying to his fiance, he was like, "I don't think you understand really what's happening." And I said, "I don't know that I do. I mean, I get it. Like, I get
Yeah,
my video was posted on these different places. I
yeah,
get that there are a bunch of people that's seeing it, but I just feel like attention is gonna go away." And it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's to me, it's so extremely temporary.
yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me. I don't
Where did you post the Where did you post the video the first time? Where did
TikTok.
you post the initial video?
TikTok.
Okay, you posted it on TikTok.
Hmm.
So the thing is, it may go away after this documentary comes out. But I'm not saying you're just gonna be like that all the way until then, but you're definitely on the frontal lobe because the thing is, your video was so real. Like, don't get me wrong, there have been other videos on TikTok that have come out. Like I went through some the other night. Is people talking about who wasn't there? Is people
Mm.
talking about who was there, trying to explain, this happened a long time ago. But no one's video that I saw was like your video because your video was like, y'all, we gotta talk. And then it was the way you came in, and I know it was like you probably would have done a whole lot more. Maybe you would have, you don't know. But
If
the way you
if I
was
were trying to do it,
but the fact the way you was sitting in that car and your facial expressions and how you said that, like you got everyone's attention because at that moment I think people realized like what is this about? Like because people's like, what was really going on? Because when you said get your parental controls in order, girl, I was weak. I knew what you was talking about. But I'm just saying, a lot of people, like after your video, a lot of people probably look, but your video was really the foundation of all of this. That's why you're viral. Like, that's why I'm talking to you. That's why it was on TMZ. You on podcast. You on World Star. I mean, because it was so organic and it was so y'all we need a meeting like
yeah,
this is happening
yeah,
and
yeah,
it was just so real. It's not like you had something behind you talking about it. You was just talking to us, like putting us on game, like let's
yeah.
get
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what my family was saying. They was like, because I was like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. And they were like, Ma, the thing about because my whole thing was I cannot believe I did not have my eyebrows filled in. I cannot believe, like literally, I'm just getting on here like, oh, let me do this video real quick. Let me go ahead and do. I was like, if I had known this was gonna happen, I would have made sure my eyebrows were filled in. I had something. I'm like, I'm on here looking dry. I'm like, I ain't got no. I'm like, so anyway, but they were like, but Ma, that's the thing. You were really just being genuinely you. And that because that really is how I am. I'm like that. I'm like, oh, y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all. And I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm
yeah,
really like that in real life. So they were like,
yeah,
that's the thing. You were just being genuine. You were being you, and
yeah,
people saw it. And
yeah.
so
And then like
I guess I don't.
because because everybody has shared it because I did a remix of it on Instagram. and I put it on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I've talked about it and all that kind of stuff. So that's just me, and it's like everybody else is looking at it. Because I think your video is a good 200,000-300,000, right?
Girl, I don't know.
It's up there.
I really don't know. I have no idea. I'm telling you, I don't even. I'm so bad, Millie. I'm so bad. Listen, I like when they told me that the whole thing with the other young lady, when they had our pictures side by side and they were saying it was me, when they said that was going viral on Facebook, girl, I couldn't even find it. I don't even know how to find the doggone thing on Facebook. I can't find. That's how that's how bad I am with social media. It's like I'm like asking my kids, have y'all seen this on Facebook? Can y'all show me how to find it? I don't even know how to get to it. And then, I'm telling you, so I don't know. I don't know how this thing is moving. I don't know. Like, even when I posted the second video where I was saying it wasn't me. I mean, I posted it on TikTok and I posted it on Twitter because the other video was on Twitter. But and I posted it on Instagram. I'm just doing like common sense stuff, like the basic stuff, what I know to do, like the basic thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to post this on the different one. That's literally all that I'm doing because I don't know anything else. So I can't tell you how many videos. I can't tell you how many people that watch this video. I don't even know where to.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. You definitely got all of our attention, but in a good way.
Okay.
So, I mean, like I said, I feel like we need to be celebrated, and I appreciate you like putting us on alert. It has. Just hold back. I'm about to get rid off, so just don't hang up yet. But I appreciate you being on here. I appreciate you, like I said, putting us on alert, giving us game, and I'm excited about us to be celebrated because we should be celebrated. That was a good moment in time that we're a part of. And if we have a documentary talking about our time, like I'm proud of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can be proud of myself because I was not busting wide open. So
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We could have been doing a lot of things, but we weren't doing that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. New Wisdom Promotions LLC. What he said, I saw it a few days ago. What you see a few days ago?
What he see?
I don't know, but like somebody was like,
I'm like an old lady. I'm in the comments trying to look through my bifocals.
Somebody was like, oh, it's coming out Friday. I was like, baby, that can't come out Friday. That's not coming out Friday.
Yeah, no. It can't be coming out Friday.
Oh, he said he saw your video. He saw your
a few days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good video. I mean, like I said, you got my attention along with the rest of the world. So but this is Tina, she is not a Freaknik enthusiast. She was just a participator.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Like I said, if y'all want a facial, come see me at Lash Wax and Glow. I can get y'all that summertime glow. I can get your skin together. If y'all need product, check my link in any of the my bio is in my link. My link is in my bio in all of my social media sites. So if y'all want product, if y'all need a consult, if you need a facial, that's what I know. That's what I know.
And we just know we're gonna be watching this documentary.
Yes.
Heights.
Yes. Yes.
All right, y'all. It's your girl Millie Chud and Tina, and we're signing off. And thank y'all for being here.
Thank y'all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.